How's your doings? So I've been getting a lot of questions. People are curious. What the hell have I been eating? What are you doing? Is the beef cooked? Are you doing it raw? Are you Three Rich's retarded cousin? I've gotten that one from several people. You're all banned. So in today's video, I just want to talk about what I've been eating, how I've been doing it, and things I've learned along the way. Doing a carnivore diet to heal the digestive tract, which is just feeling so phenomenal. And let's talk about it.
I love your colon, girl, it's my world. I won't ever make a sound.
So just before we start, I'm gonna warn you, I'm gonna go into some details here that some people aren't gonna wanna hear. But some people wanna know what I've been eating and how am I healing myself, what's the protocol? I'm sick, help me. Should I try this? This is really, it's the last resort here. It's just like when nothing else works. I'm saying this is an elimination diet. If you can find like 1 or 2 plant foods that you can survive off and then do the elimination diet from there, do that. But I couldn't find a food. I've been looking for 10 years for just like a basic group of foods that I could feel good off and clear my skin and just be good. And then I'd return to those and experiment with other foods, and at least I'd have my base. But I couldn't do it. So now I got my base. It's a beef base, and we're happy now. So things are finally working to where I can see the patterns in my body. Is there a mosquito hunting me? There's gonna be a pattern of me smashing your little body into my leg. How you doing? So I'm seeing the patterns finally, and I didn't realize how long they took. For example, I added the multivitamin, and I started breaking out for like a week and a half straight, and it was confusing me at first. I was like, what's going on? My skin cleared up dramatically because I was just on beef in the first couple weeks, and then I was like, all right, we're at a good place here right now. My skin's clear, digestion feels good, let's add in the multivitamin. And then my body starts freaking out with the joint pain, depression. I don't think people understand this, but like I can just eat one meal and then hate my life, and it makes no sense. Like I have such a great life, and then all of a sudden you're just demon child inside, release me. So I stopped the multivitamin, but I kept breaking out for like a week and a half after that. And I was like, what is going on? Like I thought for sure I would stop breaking out after maybe 2 days, and then the acne would heal, and then we'd be good to go. But I kept breaking out. It's like my body gets rid of things very slowly. So it's like, maybe that's why the fruits messed me up, because they're so detoxifying, and it's just my body can't even release it fast enough. It's like 1 lemon will send me to the emergency room. So it's just interesting to see the pattern, because the same thing happened with the fish oil. I don't know if it was the fish oil or one of the ingredients, like the natural flavors, strawberry flavored fish oil. Whose bright idea was that? Why would you do that? It was in a capsule, why are you flavoring it? So same thing, I was breaking out for like a week and a half. So now I know, if I eat something bad and I start breaking out, I better go back to this beef thing for like a week, 2 weeks. Don't even play around. So I'm learning things finally. So what I've been eating, basically just beef anything. If it's from a cow, I will eat it. And I wanted to try a bunch of different things like organs, weird shit, stomach. I tried tripe. You ever had tripe? This was the dumbest thing ever. What a stupid story this is. I buy the tripe. It's a cow's stomach or something. It's the white stuff. I was like, eat stomach to heal the stomach. I actually believe that. I'm that dumb. But I believe it's like heals like. Eat liver, heal your liver. Look it up, glandular therapy. It's a thing. I've taken the adrenal glandulars from cows and I notice a difference. Could just because it's full of adrenal hormones, but whatever. So eat the building blocks of your body and build a cow body in your body. That's my advice. So I buy this tripe, and at this point, I want to do things raw, but I'm scared. I wanted to try it. So basically what I'm doing is boiling things for like 10 seconds, just to like kill whatever's on the outside, and then we'll be alright. So I did that with the stomach, the tripe, and I'm biting into it, and I'm getting this like chemically reaction, like mint or something, like something's weird with this stuff. And I ate the whole thing. And then I'm Googling it after, and I'm like, they bleach it? Do they? You're supposed to wash it really well, soak it overnight. Yeah. I deserve whatever's gonna happen to me. I deserve it. I'm a meat eater now. I deserve this. So I didn't even rinse it off. I just boiled it for 10 seconds, ate a bunch of bleach. Whatever. Didn't even feel it. It was fine. I'm better with bleach than broccoli. So, what the shit. So that's basically what I was doing, just trying every different part to see what digested the best, what tasted the best, what was the softest. And I tried out all this stuff. Chuck steaks, ribeyes, tenderloin. There's an expensive one. This is an expensive diet. The grass-fed beef. I'm gonna be spending like 250 Canadian a week. I'm trying to look for deals. I'm in the wrong ass country, that's all I know. I might move to Australia just for the beef. I might do that. Where's the best beef? Beef. What the shit. So that's what I did for a while. I just boiled things a little bit quickly to kill and try to eat them raw, but a lot of the things I was buying were so chewy. I was spending like hours chewing, and it just wasn't like, it didn't feel right. I was like, this probably isn't right. I'm buying the wrong cuts and I don't know what I'm doing. 10-second boils. So I tried a couple things like a shank, a beef shank, and I Googled it, and they're like, you gotta boil it for 3 hours to tenderize it. Once I did that, an hour and a half I boiled it for, then it was tender, and I was like, oh my God. Okay, we're getting used to things now. We're learning along the way. I'm coming from like a vegan diet. I don't know how to cook meat. I don't know how to do any of it. It was so disgusting. My whole kitchen still disgusts me. There's grease everywhere. So I did that, and then I would eat some organs too, and I can't find grass-fed beef organs. That's so annoying because I feel like the organs are key. And the bones, I don't know if the bones are grass-fed either, so I'm trying to get just grass-fed. I don't want to support factory farming at all. But I can't find these things. I don't even know where to look. So if you can tell me where to buy them in Chiang Mai, I will buy them. So I've been doing that, and then I tried the grass-fed steak completely raw, just eating it. And I will say this, I didn't get sick, I didn't feel anything bad, but it didn't taste as good. Cooked meat definitely tastes better, but there's not much flavor to it. But that's what I'm doing now. I don't care really about taste. I just want to feel good. And if raw meat is the best for us, I will do it. So I have a disciplined mind. I don't have to be like Flavor Town all the time. So I've been getting some ribeyes. I had tenderloin today, just raw. And it's like, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's doable. Doesn't taste like much. Whatever. But the foundational basics are just get the bone broth. First of all, I will say start with one animal and don't even try others. Just have beef and don't try chicken or fish, because you could react to the chicken or the fish. I seem to not do very well on chicken. I've tried it. And it's like, okay, maybe they're too high in omega-6s. I don't know the reason. But stick with one animal so you know you're at one food. Do you feel good? And then start branching out slowly. For like a week or two, you add one thing new. So say you're starting with just a cow, just a little moo cow. You wish you could pet them and let them wander off in the grass, but god damn it, these vegans don't understand. Just tell me what the difference is between a grass-fed cow on a range and a wild cow, even though they don't exist. Well, there's no such thing as a wild cow, but if there was, you open that fence, say, okay, you're free to go. What do you think the cow's gonna do? He's gonna look at you like, I'm here, I don't give a shit. I'm eating the grass. These aren't beings that are suffering through their whole life. They're just eating grass like they would anywhere else. They're not looking at each other like, oh my God, the fence is open, Larry. Now's our time. Larry's just gonna be like, what are you gonna do out there differently? We got everything we need here. And then Jack the cow is just like, I was gonna build that church we've been talking about. So that's just how I see it. I could be ignorant. I'm definitely trying to justify it ethically, but that's how I see it. It's like happy cow. If the farm is right, I imagine there's some grass-fed beef farms that are just prodding animals and torturing. Like, you gotta look into the farm. I have not done that, I admit it, because it's Thailand. It's like, how do I even do that? If I was in Toronto, I know where I could get my beef. Fresh from the farm. It's a store in Toronto, I remember it. Mennonite farmers, they're so happy they pet the cows every night. Give them pillows to sleep on. I made all that up. But that's how I see it. Grass-fed cow, happy cow its whole life, doing what it wants to do, eat grass, and then it's brutally murdered. Quickly though. Faster than wolves tearing it bit by bit. Oh, you hurt my leg. Oh no, he got me. And then they eat it alive. Like, that's a much worse death. They're gonna die anyway, no matter what. How are you gonna stop a cow from dying? Old age, starvation in the wild. We're all gonna die one day. It might as well be to feed somebody else. So we're getting off topic here at the Vegetable Police Network. We're drifting away in the mind. That's okay. So, say you eat the cow. That is your food for now. Elimination diet, just cows. Eat it all. You gotta make the bone broth. That counteracts too much muscle meat with the glycine, and that's the healing. Glycine and proline, I think, the bone broth is rich in, and that repairs the gut. It's tough to get that on a vegan diet without fiber. This is like magic. So get that bone broth in. You could probably do a bone broth fast. I never tried it, but I might. Probably won't. And then you get your tender cuts of muscle meat, like the ribeye, the tenderloin. Chuck steak is kind of tender. Sirloin, a little bit. And you can have those raw, but cook them if you want. And boil the harder pieces, like the shank, the brisket, the plate. There's a bunch of these fatty, tougher meats, but when you boil them for like an hour and a half, it's fine. And I will say this, whenever I cooked my meat, I just boiled it in water. It's fine, just like that. You don't have to go to Flavor Town and fry it up. I'm doing this for health here. When you fry a steak and you start burning it and you're browning it and you're like, yeah, that's the stuff, sear the steak, you're creating all the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Those cause cancer. So whenever you're seeing studies like, oh, meat causes cancer, it's all that grilled shit they're eating, the fried meat. Nobody's eating just boiled meat because it's not as fun. It doesn't have the crispy texture. Stop being so greedy. This is about healing yourself, at least on a short-term plan. Healing the gut up. It's like, it's still very delicious. You don't need anything on it. So that's basically it for the food, and I still do the 1 meal a day plan. I'm on the fattiest of fad diets right now. So everybody's saying, oh, he failed because he tried so many fad diets. It's like, this is the fattiest of them all. It's just like I was reacting to too many different plants and I couldn't figure it out. So it had nothing to do, there was nothing I could have done. If I could have found the one plant that I could thrive on, there was no fruit that I could just eat and feel good. potatoes screwed me right up. I ate nothing but sweet potatoes for 4 days once. Had the worst heartburn ever. I was exhausted all day. I just don't do well with the carbs. And then I looked to the fatty foods on the vegan diet, and those are all nuts and seeds with the phytic acid and the anti-nutrients stabbing you. So I couldn't make it work. When it comes to electrolytes, I usually add half a teaspoon of potassium chloride and half a teaspoon of a real salt to my liter of water in the morning. I'm not 100% sure it's even necessary, but I hear people on the keto diet say you gotta up the salt and you up the potassium. So I kind of want to eliminate it just to see if I still feel good, but I feel like if I don't get enough, I don't feel as energized. So I think that's something. Magnesium I stopped taking, but I was taking it in the beginning. My brain still doesn't work very well. It comes and goes. Sometimes the brain fog, like I have it right now, you can tell, but sometimes it lifts, and then I'm just like, oh. So I still haven't figured that out, but we'll get there. So that's pretty much all I've been eating. I've had some celery in my bone broth and then drained it. So just the celery liquid pulled from the, no fiber. And I don't seem to react to it. So we're good to go on the celery stock. It's expensive here. It was 88 baht for like 4 stalks of celery. That's 4 individual stalks, not even a full bunch. So that's ridiculous. But that's basically it. Water, beef bones, beef meat, beef organs. Cooked and raw. Find your balance. I have gotten sick several times. Fun times, that is. Yes, I've thrown up 3 times. Just it'll happen. I'll be like, oh my God, this questionable Thai beef. I leave it too long in my fridge. I don't know what good meat or bad meat smells like. It's just like, that smells like meat. So, we're learning. We're learning. I was thinking it'd be cool to coach people through this because I know what to expect now, and that first couple weeks was pretty rough adapting to it, and you gotta stick it through to the end because most people will probably give up after a week. They're like, I feel like shit, this isn't no good. But if you stick through it, then you reach magical states of elfhood. So I'm thinking of it. Just do like a Skype call, something like that. So if you want a Skype call, email me. $200 an hour. 100. I don't know what to charge. Give me lots of money and I'll talk to you. Sounds good? So I think that's it. What do you think of that? Thumbing up the video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you only eat caterpillars and butterflies. How do you catch them? The butterflies. Caterpillars would be pretty easy, but not the butterflies. You could get a net. We're done. We're done here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Subscribe to the Patreon for the monthly Q&A. This was the best Q&A so far. Just my mind was so sharp. It was one cut. I was blown away at how I did that. My mind was so on fire. You can see it. You can see it. So sign up, $1 or more, and subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.